We're out here. Washington. We made it. All the way to the farthest coastline in the farthest corner of the country away from Florida where we first met. Pretty insane. Seattle, here we come.
The last time I shared, we were in Glacier National Park, embracing one of the most scenic places I've ever experienced. But after a few weeks, the heat became way too much for our little Max Air fans, and we decided to head to the coast of the Pacific Northwest. And honestly, after 11 months on the road, we've never really taken a break from our van for more than a few days, which is why we thought it was about time we got ourselves an Airbnb for 2 weeks in Seattle. And yes, that tiny little person on a paddleboard is me.
It's so bizarre being in like a house, apartment, duplex, whatever. It's just very bizarre. Also knowing that we're going to be here for 2 weeks. So we just did a grocery run at Trader Joe's and it looked a lot different than what we usually do. But one of the things that we always used to get were these cookies. OMG, have I missed baking these cookies. They're insane. They're so good. And because we checked in on the later side, we're just going to do a frozen pizza. Because we can do a frozen pizza, which is like crazy. Ugh. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hang out for the rest of the night. 2 weeks. One bite for me. Okay. 14 to 16 minutes. All right.
Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love living in our van. It's been something I've dreamt about doing for years, and now I'm here getting to live out that dream. But I will say, being at this Airbnb has reminded me of a few things I've missed about living in a house I once took for granted. I'm so grateful for this time because being in Seattle was everything we needed. We took the tram into the city and went to the classic public market. The smell of fresh seafood was nostalgic from my time growing up in New England. The crowds, though, I certainly didn't miss, but 'tis the city in the summer. And while most of our time in Seattle was spent resting, there was really only one thing I wanted to do while we were there: live out my Grey's Anatomy dream and take a ferry out onto the water, which is exactly what we did. Jason planned a special date day where we took the ferry from Edmonds to Kingston, only $11 round trip.
And we're off. Hey, Hubs.
We had the best cold brew and breakfast burrito I've ever had at Over the Moon Coffee Roasters. It wasn't anything extreme or adventurous, but it was one of the best dates we've been on in a long time, and I'll never forget it. Until we got to our Airbnb, I honestly didn't realize just how much of my daily mental bandwidth is taken up by decisions and taking precautions and being on alert when living in a van. I knew going back into the van would be hard. It's like Newton's first law of motion. A body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest. And so when I say I rested, I mean I really rested. And I knew it was going to be difficult to jump back into motion and using all of that mental bandwidth again.
You got your paws on the table. Do you mind not having your paws on the table? So, oh my goodness. Okay, so here's the plan for what we think like the next phase of this whole thing is gonna look like. So now we've been East Coast to West Coast to East Coast up and oh my gosh, this is like the third time I think. That's crazy. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drive following the coast because it's still just way too warm. Like as soon as you go inland, like towards like, I don't know, Portland, Eugene, Vancouver, all of that, like it's really, really hot. So we're gonna hug the coast and we're basically just gonna like follow it down very slowly because in September's going to be a big month. We are celebrating 1 year of officially living in a van, which is so crazy. We're celebrating our 4th wedding anniversary. I'm also going to be celebrating 3 years since I quit smoking cigarettes, which is a huge accomplishment for me. Hurrah. And then on the 24th, we have the John Bellion concert at Hollywood Bowl in Los Angeles. So September is a big month. So we're going to be slowly making our way, taking our time along the coast. There's also another really big life decision that I have made, and I feel like it's a little bit premature. I'm not ready just yet to share about it, but it's something I'm really proud of and I'm really excited for, and I think is what's really going to like kind of shape what this next chapter looks like. I guess stay tuned, because once I have more details, I will definitely 100% share it with you, because like I said, it's gonna change a lot of things. So oh man, what a freaking year. More to come.
No matter how far I journey through the world, no matter how deep into the mountains I may go, I always find my way back to the ocean. Having spent a large majority of my life in Florida, I guess you could say it's in my soul. As we think about where we will end up, I know the ocean will be nearby. I don't think I could live far from it even if I tried. A magnet that continuously pulls me back in. A lot I know is about to change. And even though 6 months feels like a long time, it honestly really isn't at all. This time is going to fly by, and before we realize it, we'll be starting this next phase of our lives. So I want to make sure I cherish each and every one of these moments for as long as I can. And with that, I'll see you all next time.